This episode of MMA Nuts is brought to you by Freshly, chef-cooked healthy meals delivered to your door. Save $40 off the 6-meal plan for first-time users with code MMA639. Liquid Web, save 34% off for 3 months with code MMAN34OFF. Shield your mattress and pillows from allergens, dust mites, and moisture. Save 20% off with code MMA Nuts at protectabed.com. The CBD Distillery, save 5% off with code GWCBD. Defense Soap, the ultimate soap for wrestlers, jiu-jitsu, and MMA athletes with the new peppermint oil bars and shower gel. Use code MMA Nuts for 15% off. Hey fans, this is MMA Nuts, episode 400.
400!
My name is Ingo Weigold.
Back with MMA Show. My fans, forum fans walk the line between serious and ridiculous. 400 fucking show. What are we doing special? Do I have fireworks blowing up?
It's like the new Apple thing where you had congratulations and then crazy shit happens via text. Does it happen?
No, I don't know what that is.
Oh.
I feel like there should be titties or something. I don't know.
Titties.
Random tits just
Random
run across
tits
the
bouncing.
screen.
Yes.
I don't know. Something fantastic
Boobs.
should happen.
Who doesn't like boobs?
I don't know. Dogs.
I like boobs.
So, Bellator 206, there you go.
Yeah, speaking of boobs.
It was on, they want to call it The Zone, and I'm, fuck that, right? I refuse to call it that. It's not spelled The Zone, it's spelled D-A-Z-N, so I'm calling it Dazn.
Dazn.
It's either D-A-Z-N or Dazn. What's your choice?
Daz nuts.
Yeah. Like, you should have just spelled it out, whatever it was. If you want to be called The Zone, spell it The Zone. Either way, that's gay. Just, I don't like the way it is.
D-A-Z-N. I think they have a 4-character limit or something on the channel thing.
Oh,
like
okay.
Weird thing. Like old school style,
Yeah.
but except it's a streaming only.
Right.
So who gives a shit? I don't know.
Right. It's just, it's stupid.
It's retarded. Literally. Can I
Yes.
say that? Can I say that
You
on
say
the-
whatever.
Can I say retarded?
Please, it
Can I
meant so.
say faggot?
That one you can't say.
Damn.
You can say retarded.
Okay.
Faggot is where we draw the line.
But it's funny though, because retarded used to be like 5 years ago if we were doing this podcast. That was like the hot word. It was like you can't say that word. 6 years ago?
Yeah.
And now it's okay.
I don't know.
Everything comes back around.
Right, it all comes full circle. So, this streaming service apparently had a lot of issues. A lot of buffering, a lot of Bruce buffering during the thing. I didn't watch it at that night. I was tired as fuck, so I had to order it in the morning and watched it. And even on the playback then, I was
Still
having
buffering?
some streaming issues.
Oh, wow.
And
Seems odd.
yeah.
This is through the computer?
yeah.
Okay. They don't have like an Xbox or...
And even if they did, I would imagine it would be like the UFC's, how shitty that thing
Okay.
is, that you want no part of.
Gotcha.
And then you had Mauro Ranallo and McCarthy as the announcers, and I cannot get behind either of those guys. I'm at the point now where I'm going to start turning them off and muting them because I can't hear, he popped his head back like a piss dispenser. Mamma mia!
Morrow is pretty crazy.
And then McCarthy's saying the shitty lines like that. I'm like, just call the fucking fight. I don't need all the nonsense. So get those two going. And then apparently in the UK it was televised on some television channel, but it ran long. So when it comes to the main event, they start playing this children's show called
Peppa Pig.
Peppa Pig.
Yeah, that's a good show. I like that show.
Apparently, they couldn't control that because after, I think it's 6 a.m., the government says you can't put anything violent on.
Correct.
So they had to put that on.
Peppa Pig, baby.
Bellator eating a lot of shit on that one.
That sucks.
So they said, I guess, going forward, they're not going to put 6 fights on. They try to put 6. They said, we're going to go back to just 5. We're trying to over-deliver. And then they actually under-delivered because you couldn't get the main event. Like, who wanted to see Rory McDonald and Gegard Mousasi fight? Probably everybody that wanted to watch that.
Yeah,
I mean, that was the fight to watch.
it was. Or maybe if you're going to do 6, do 5, and then the 6 is the bonus,
Right.
in case you run out of time.
Yeah, do the tape delay thing and go back and show whatever the other fight was, if it was worthy, like UFC's done in the past.
Bonus fights!
I don't think the UFC
Game
even
on! I'm thinking like Wayne's World right now. Game
does it.
on.
Sure.
Remember that?
Yeah. Game on! The car comes. We fucking move everything off.
Yeah.
I just saw Wayne's World 2 was on the other day. I was trying to watch a little bit of it. Some of the movies don't hold up. I was trying to have the kids watch the original Wayne's World. They're like, what is this shit?
No, it doesn't hold
doesn't
up.
hold up.
It's not funny anymore. Yeah. It's just not.
No, it's like a high school thing. So let's start with the Gegard Mousasi versus Rory McDonald.
Yeah, how'd that go?
It was like Mousasi 100% nomination.
All day.
Jab, jab, jab. And what the fuck was it? Oh, at some point, Rory McDonald tries that stupid roll to try to get a takedown, and then he ends up on bottom. Like, yeah, good luck.
Not good.
You know, Mousasi on top, I was thinking about it. He's kind of like Luke Rockhold when he gets on top. It is death. And he was just pounding. The ground and pound was unbelievable. Yep. Elbow, elbow, elbow. And at some point, you can see Rory's nose get all busted up again. And Rory tapped his strikes. But the official stoppage, they're saying it was a TKO and not a tapping the strikes. But he tapped the strikes.
Yeah, his face can't be right from all that, you know. I don't think you ever go back to normal after a destruction like that against Robbie Lawler. Like, I think he had, what, a year off before he fought again?
He took a lot of time off, and, you know, I don't know how much more punishment he's going to be able to take, and, you know, this was tough. I credit to McDonald for stepping up, because he knew, like, this is going to be a hell of a challenge for me, but didn't work out, and he had tweeted out after the fight, Rory, he said, "Last night was a tough one for me. Unfortunately, I didn't mentally show up ready to take on a competitive fight and froze in the cage. In this sport, you pay a high price if you're not dialed in and ready to go. I have zero excuses. Gegard was a fantastic champion last night."
Good for him.
Yeah. So he took it well, and I just wonder, too, you know, he's fighting in that welterweight tournament. Like, how is this going to affect?
How busted up is the nose?
You're right.
Yeah.
I'm like, ooh, that's questionable.
It is.
And then Mousasi was talking some crazy shit. Like, he may want to go down to 170.
Are you hearing things?
Yeah, I hear like a dog scratching. It must be storming outside. Or Freddy Krueger's you know, it is Brocktober.
Oh, Brocktober! We forgot about that.
We got a special guest wants to come in and say hi. So.
Hey, come on.
Let me open the door.
It's like the weird show.
Come on in, buddy.
Hi, there you are. Hello.
Now you're part of the show.
Hi. Except you can't see her. She's just...
No, you can see a little bit.
Maybe there is no dog. We're just fucking with you.
We're all on drugs.
It's a total
Have a
joke.
seat.
Hi. Hello.
Just sit down somewhere.
He's there. Hi. Just
That's
take it
fine.
Easy. Don't bite me though, because I'm.
Don't get freaked out.
Don't get crazy. Don't get crazy.
Dog butt in the shot. So then we had what was the other fight? Rampage versus Wanderlei Silva.
Similar fashion. Things did not go so well.
No, and Rampage, I think, outweighed him by 30 pounds. I think it was 255 to 225.
Big balls on Wanderlei.
Yeah, he didn't have it.
No.
And literally, there's points in the fight where he's running away from Rampage. I've never seen him run away.
He knew it was coming. He was coming.
Like, oh my God.
Did he have the flashlight?
He should have. Maybe he would have intimidated him beforehand.
Yeah.
But like, oh man. This is not how I want to remember Wanderlei.
Yeah,
and,
it's okay.
You know, there's random Wanderlei trying to spam the front kick. I think he tried to throw 3 of those to Rampage face. Didn't land any. At one point, Rampage threw a body kick and landed it.
Yeah.
Like, hey, cool. You know, he never does that anymore.
Never. You're right.
Or rarely. Now she's just going to sit down over there.
Oh, good.
And he clipped him in the second round. I think he hit him with a right hand hard, and he went down and a TKO win.
Yeah. Spectacular finish.
Yeah, and after the fight, you know, Silva said, "Hey, I'd like a 5th fight." Then scores 2-2. And Rampage was super respectful afterwards.
Was
Said, "Hey, give it up for Wanderlei. He's a legend in the sport," and blah blah blah. I was like, wow, I don't think I've ever heard him be super respectful. Especially, I thought he fucking hated him, didn't he?
I think they squashed that beef a couple fights ago or something.
A couple, 2-3 fights ago, maybe. I'm not quite sure.
They're just doing it. They're just fighting now because, you know, it's like a dance.
It's just a money fight.
Yeah, pretty much.
And Rampage is saying he wanted to go to heavyweight and get a title.
At the UFC?
No, they're at Bellator. Well, they're doing the tournament. Whoever wins that tournament is going to be the belt holder. And then Rampage, I don't know when that fucking tournament's going to finish. But
2 years.
Rampage.
2 years!
That's the problem with these tournaments. You gotta one night them, not let's stretch it out over 8 months to a year.
I think my brain short-circuited.
Cool. All right.
I think it did. I just want to keep talking like Wayne's World. I'm losing my mind.
That's cool.
Is it?
Cool story, bro.
Cool story. Rampage for heavyweight champion against John Jones. No, don't want to see that.
No.
No, thank you.
And then who else? Aaron Pico got a win. Douglas Lima got a win. He moved forward in the welterweight tournament.
Okay.
Did you see the salaries for this?
No, I did not. I imagine they're high.
Rampage, $300,000. Wanderlei, $200,000. Mousasi and McDonald, $200,000
each.
Yeah. And Lima, $130,000. Pico, $80,000.
That is a high-paying pay-per-view card.
Notable.
Holy shit.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's a lot of money.
Well, I forgot what the deal was for the streaming service of Diaz. I thought it was pretty significant. And wasn't it supposed to be? I thought ESPN, when they did the UFC deal, it was kind of like a loss leader. So they're like overpaying. I wonder if they did the same thing like Daz did the Bellator that ESPN Plus did for UFC.
Maybe. Possible.
Like loss leader. Let's just fucking. So now you have all this extra money. And then also at this event, they announced that the winner of its welterweight tournament is going to get $1 million sponsorship from 50 Cent and whatever his champagne company is.
Ooh.
Like that, I've never heard of this. Like, especially when you think of the UFC, no one's put up $1 million to say we're going to sponsor the winner of something. You know,
a lot of money.
It is.
For some
a little more incentive to win.
Why is everybody like coming up with their own like alcoholic beverage?
I don't know.
It's ridiculous. 50 Cent and his champagne. What else? Who's our friend has
Conor McGregor?
Yeah.
You want to talk about? Oh, it's fucking fine.
Why
we
not?
can talk about it.
I was trying to give you a little softball.
So apparently, you know, Conor McGregor's got his proper 12 whiskey.
Uh-huh.
And I was reading some of the reviews. They're all ultra positive. So I'll just read them out. I don't know who all said them. Smelled like ethanol and tasted only marginally better. A small initial sip was deceptively okay, but subsequent snifters were like vanilla flavoring, trying to cover up rubbing alcohol.
Oh,
that's one person. Another person, it tasted like bad whiskey watered down with cheap vanilla extract.
Oh, jeez.
I've drank a lot of bad whiskeys in my day, and this was one of them.
That's classic.
And then the last one, it tastes like hot donkey piss.
Jeez.
That was brutal, man.
I feel like I didn't realize they put vanilla in. I don't think whiskey should not be fucking flavored. Like, it should just be whiskey flavor.
Yeah.
Why are we putting vanilla in whiskey?
I don't know.
Connor, for real.
Well, I think it's a cash grab, right? You know, he comes out and says,
he probably never drank that shit.
Jameson's.
Yeah.
Right. And apparently it's flying off the shelves. I don't know what country, but they're limiting people to 2 bottles or something.
Oh, yeah. We should buy one and put it on the shelf. Can we find it here?
I can get it if we want.
Let's get a bottle and just leave. I don't want to drink it. I do not want to drink it.
I don't either.
I just want you to put it on the shelf
Because
it could be a collector's item by the time.
I thought that one sponsor we had, Drizzly. You can order it from them. So let me send a note to myself.
Yeah, they never did send that whiskey, did they?
Oh, that other company never did.
Bastards. Send me the whiskey. Send it to me.
I don't know what happened to that guy.
Fuck that guy.
I only have so much patience for some people. Like when someone says to me, hey, you want to buy a website and all of our social media, and we want $150,000 for it? Like, you know, fuck
only
yourself.
if you're going to blow me every day for a month, twice.
Oh, that's funny. That's fucking funny.
That's
anyway,
I got some news
Nate Diaz news for me?
Do you want Nate Diaz news?
Yeah.
Oh. Well, I'm confused because I want to ask you some questions.
Go ahead.
Apparently, Nate Diaz is fighting at 165 pounds for a belt.
Yeah.
Yes?
The super fighter weight or something?
Is that what they're calling it?
That's what he called it.
Yes. But then, now he's not fighting for a belt.
Yeah.
So the two fighters agreed via, was it Twitter?
Yeah, they're both tweeting some shit out.
They're like, yeah, we're going to fight for this belt. And then Dana was like, no, you're not. And then Diaz was like, all right, man, see you next year. But my question is, I have 2 questions.
Yep.
Number 1, were you excited for this potential possibility, as I was?
Yeah.
Well, it was fantastic.
Well, I think it's you know, if you're going to have anybody else kick off the division, I'm okay with it. Nate Diaz and Dustin Poirier. I think they're both worthy to kick off a division, and either of them would be worthy to be the title holder. The only other people I thought that would have made sense would have been Conor McGregor and GSP, when they both have 2 belts that neither of them have lost, but they relinquished both.
Yeah.
I thought that would have been the matchup, but why not do a 165? That's the, and then you move 170 up to 175. So you go 55, 65, 75, 85.
Beautiful.
And then you're in that weirdo
95
to 205. Right, the Rich Franklin. They should do that. I mean, they need it more, the 55 to 70, because you think of the glut of fighters at 55.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
Maybe Johnny Hendricks stands a chance again.
No.
165.
Heavyweight Johnny Hendricks, the bare knuckle boxing champion? Come on.
My second observation and or question is, does it seem like Dana White is looking quite old these days? Or is it just me?
I haven't seen any pictures of him recently.
He looks old. He looks like he's weathered.
Well, he's probably doing twice the work with Lorenzo not there. I thought he said he had to do all that shit. And now he also doesn't have a buffer between the fighters where if he couldn't negotiate with someone, I thought Lorenzo could work with the person. Now I think it's all Dana. I don't know if there's anybody else that can really help out.
Gotcha. Okay.
And if you have the $400 million, I wonder if you're doing a little
Oh yeah, off some hookers.
I'm just guessing.
Firm cheeks.
Maybe.
Yeah.
What else? What else you got?
Well, I have interesting news. Apparently, HBO is getting out of the boxing business after being in it for 45 years, I think it was.
Yeah.
This is a big development. Apparently, there is no money in boxing, and if you got HBO, who's been like the staple of boxing for so long, saying, we're going to go ahead and pass.
Yeah.
I'm wondering, is it possible they might be getting into the MMA business?
It could be. Well, they said they're getting out of the boxing because people aren't subscribing to HBO for the boxing.
They are not.
So that's why they're getting out. So could they be getting into MMA? Maybe. Are they going to start their own thing? I don't know.
What do you think they would
New
call
home.
it?
I don't know how long Bellator is still on, what, Spike? Like they have Spike and then they have the streaming. I don't know if there's a third property. PFL.
I would love to see
NBC.
Bellator on HBO. That would be fucking awesome.
Yeah, I'd rather it on a pay channel so I don't have the commercials.
Yes.
And then hopefully you reduce the pacing between fights so that I'm not sitting there at this event for fucking 15. I'm timing the fights 15 minutes, 20 minutes between fights. You're just murdering us. It needs to go boom, boom, boom like the bare knuckle fighting championship.
Yeah, that's just interesting because you had Strikeforce on Showtime. This is HBO's opportunity to take over something even better than Strikeforce and Bellator. Buy that shit from Spike.
I like it. I don't know what the deal was. It was probably 100 years. No, like a fighter contract. We're going to subscribe for 17 fights. The Conor McGregor deal or Anderson Silva, whatever they do.
Yes, correct.
It's crazy. I saw, they have this movie Venom coming out and Tom Hardy's starring in it, and he said Conor McGregor was the inspiration for him for this film. And I don't know if you believe this or not, because that film comes out the day before the McGregor versus Nurmagomedov fight.
Oh, so is that Friday?
Yeah. So is that just a convenient thing to say, or is that a legitimate thing? Like, I'm going in there, like.
I think he's a smart man.
Yeah.
Selling some wolf tickets.
That's what it sounds like to me. Just like, let me just latch on to.
I believe this show was an inspiration for Conor McGregor.
That's right.
Yeah.
We have his proper 12 whiskeys,
Just line it up, like 20 bottles.
Well, I think that's what they did is like they sent bottles out to all the MMA media so that everyone could like hop on the bandwagon.
Get drunk.
Yeah.
Dude, I'm not drinking whiskey with vanilla in it. I'm sorry. I'm not going to do it. No thanks.
I don't drink any of that.
I just want whiskey straight. Give it to me straight.
Yeah, rectally.
Right? Infuse it into my bunghole.
We make a Conor McGregor proper 12 suppository.
Anal suppository.
That's the only way Ingo likes. That's how he parties.
That's how I party. It's got to be scratchy, like with his beard.
Yeah, like sandpaper. Yeah, like a 500 grit.
Yeah. Is that hard or soft?
I don't know. I'm just throwing a number. I don't
know what that means,
anymore.
Matt.
I used to know. It was like lower is whatever.
I thought higher was finer.
Could be.
I believe.
And get a 12 grit then.
Ooh, painful.
It's like,
I like it.
What is that? That Scott toilet paper? That's what I roll with.
Ah.
I don't know if it's double ply, but it's tough.
Tough.
You gotta keep your asshole tough. And then use a baby wipe to soften it down.
There you go.
Keep it clean.
Like
Speaking of baby wipes, Did you hear that UFC's gonna strip DC? Try to figure out I forgot what you said that one time. I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about?
I don't even know.
It was something related to that.
It was.
But they're gonna strip him of the light heavyweight title.
Oh boy.
Because he's posting all this like bizarro tweets on Twitter.
Was he crying?
Pretty much. Like, oh, good thing I have kids that love me and blah blah blah. I'm having the worst week ever.
It's very dramatic. So in touch with his emotions, man.
Yeah, I see that. Yeah,
He's a
Forrest Griffin.
very
right?
sad man.
Run, Forrest. But so apparently they're gonna strip him of the light heavyweight title, and it looks like the UFC is trying to make a Jones versus Gustafsson fight at light heavyweight for the vacant title, which I don't like. Do you like that fight?
I'm not a big fan. I think they're missing an opportunity.
Yeah, and I had some other thoughts for John Jones coming back. I have a list of fights. Number one, I want to see Jones versus Brock.
Thank you.
I don't care about DC. Number two, I'd like to see Jones versus Rumble Johnson at heavyweight.
Oof.
A 255, Rumble Johnson.
Jeez.
At 205, I'd like to see John Jones versus Yoel Romero, because Romero is going up. And then Jones versus DC at heavyweight. I think that's eventually going to happen.
Yeah.
But it sounds like we're trying to do this John Jones at 205 versus someone, get him the belt back. You do DC versus Brock, and hopefully DC gets the belt and keeps it and wins and whatever. Mm-hmm. Then you do John versus DC at heavyweight, like a super fight, belt versus belt. But again, like we've seen it twice.
The outcome will be different, Matt.
It changed the third time.
Yes.
We'll see it.
DC will get
DC
KO'd.
not cutting weight, he gets a little bit of boost, but I don't think it's enough to beat John not cutting weight. You know, take that into equation.
You never know.
John's a 220 probably, 225.
Yeah, he's bigger than that. I'm guessing like.
And he might, well, depends, because some of those pictures of like powerlifting John
looks huge.
Very big. He's not Anthony Rumble Johnson powerlifter.
No, but he's approaching.
He's pretty big.
Yeah.
What else you got?
Well, GSP recently came out talking about, hey, he thinks that fighters with a PED past should be excluded from discussions of the greatest of all time. I'm wondering how you feel about this.
So does that take him out of the discussion?
Has he ever had a PED past, Matt?
No, he never failed. But we always saw.
He never inhaled?
I'm like USADA. Some people don't pass the smell test, right?
What kind of smell test is he not passing?
A poutine.
That sounds delicious right now. I just the shit out of some poutine.
I don't know what that is.
French fries with gravy and cheese curds.
Ooh.
Oh, baby.
Throw that
Put some
shit
bacon
up.
on there. Oh, man.
Hey,
what are we doing? You looking it up?
No, my dog looks like she's dead over here.
Okay.
Dead dog.
It's a stormy outside. She gets very emotional when it's stormy.
That's funny.
So sad.
Anyway, so should you be taken out of the equation?
Yes.
If you've tested positive for PEDs? No.
What do you mean no?
Not at all. Anderson Silva, John Jones.
Taken out.
Why?
Conor McGregor. DC.
Fucking Brock Lesnar.
He's PED.
Right. Like all those guys have had some.
Yeah. So that leads me only to one conclusion. I will tell you. PJ Penn is the greatest of all time.
Well, I think he would have been great on them. He never looked like he was on them.
No. Yeah, he was very
chubby.
You
never know.
Pudgy. That's the secret, Matt. Be on PEDs, but don't look like it. How do you do that?
Well, a lot of guys have tested positive that didn't look like they were on it.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I don't think you could take anything away, because even in John Jones's case, they didn't prove nothing was intentional.
Oh my God!
I'll stand behind that.
Here we go.
Nothing was intentional.
Are you sure you aren't a lawyer in your second life?
Anderson Silva, fucking dick pills, right?
Dick pills. Oh my God!
Not
John never exhalied.
Fabricio Verdum. Well, he just fucking took his test.
That guy was definitely on steroids, throwing boomerangs at people.
Junior Dos Santos.
Junior? What happened with him?
Yeah, he tested positive for something.
Oh, yeah, that's a good point.
Remember, and look at his body, right? Remember how ripped and six-packed he was? And then not so much, and flabby and whatever.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I think you can't take away someone's wins regardless of that. Because even if you went before USADA, fucking everybody was on some shit.
Good point.
You know?
Yeah.
It was like, what do they call it? An IQ test. You just got to show up that day and not be on something. So you just stop taking it a couple weeks beforehand. Because it was a very basic test back in that day.
True.
Let's see. Michael McDonald said he's retiring from MMA at the ripe age of 27.
Oosh.
Yeah.
How come?
5 hand surgeries in the last 5 years. The guy breaks his hand goddamn every fight and like, murders people. That's unfortunate. I don't like to see that.
I think he's got
so
tiny hands, if I recall, yes?
Maybe. Well, he's a smaller, lighter guy.
Yeah, but I mean, even for a smaller, lighter guy, his hands are tiny.
But can't they just make his hands fucking adamantium or something? I've seen the Wolverine.
Inject
That guy
shit.
fucking just puts some goddamn titanium in them.
Yeah.
They won't break anymore.
Probably not legal.
Would that be illegal? Can you get titanium hands?
Probably not legal, man.
Fuck, who cares? Knock people out. UFC 228, the pay-per-view buy rate is in, Ingo. That was the Tyron Woodley versus Darren Till.
More than 2?
Not so much. We're in like Mighty Mouse.
You were one of them,
range.
and you know, some guy in New Zealand.
I don't think I watched that one.
Me neither.
I mean, I watched it, but I didn't pay for it. Whatever.
Hey, we can't say that on the show.
Take that for what it's
We cannot
worth.
say that on the show.
What?
You paid for it in blood, sweat, and tears.
Well, that could mean I went to like a Buffalo Wild Wings.
I think you did.
Right?
Yes.
Wink, wink.
How many pay-per-views did we get?
130,000.
Oh, wow.
Whopping a pay-per-view buy.
That is so tiny. Okay.
I thought Tyron Woodley was the greatest of all time. He keeps telling me.
He's a draw, Matt.
He keeps telling me.
He draws all day long. Can I tell you about something that just happened?
Yeah, go ahead.
UFC changing policy on when it's going to announce failed drug tests. So they're going to wait until proven guilty instead of till proven flagged. Does that make sense?
Yeah, I got you.
You know what I'm saying?
There's no public rushing to judgment. That's what
No.
they're trying to avoid.
Oh,
here.
yeah. But we had a small situation, Sean O'Malley,
All right.
who apparently was flagged and came out talking about, was it Twitter again, probably? Yes, or Instagram, one of the two.
Yeah.
Talking about how he failed and was flagged, and he wanted to clarify to the fans this is why he's not fighting.
Yeah, because he was scheduled to fight. You
Yes.
can't just have a guy on a card and then mysteriously pull him off and nobody talk about anything. Because now you're just raising more question marks.
Mm-hmm.
Like, so now you're putting the onus on the fighter
Yes.
to come out and say it.
If they want to.
Right, but it behooves him,
Ooh, big word.
like that one?
I do.
Think about it all day.
Nice.
To say something. Like, he has to. You have to address
You
it.
do.
I think it's better for the fighter to be upfront about what's going on than
Yeah.
like being silent about it.
Good point. Yeah.
And there's another guy. Well, you look at body type. That guy does not look like he's on anything.
No.
And it's this weirdo USADA. I think this is just going to cause more problems in the future. Like, they think they're doing a good thing,
Yeah.
but it's not. And they also said, I think it was Brett Okamoto put the article out on ESPN talking about, out of all the cases that have gone to arbitration, like 1/3 of them have been proved like the fighter didn't intentionally take something.
Ah.
So it's like a huge percentage. So that's why I think they're trying to, like, let's sort everything out ahead of time. But look at their time frame for sorting shit out. It's a year. And like, fucking John Jones was sitting around for, what,
Yeah.
14 months before we found out? So you're going to sideline someone for 14 months? How the fuck is that going to work? Everyone's going to be like, oh, this guy's just ducking so-and-so. He keeps ducking DC, and then DC could just call him out nonsensically.
You pussy!
Like, why won't you fight me, you fucking bitch? I've signed contracts. You're just fucking, like, 1 year you're sitting there not fighting me. He can just go totally off
You should.
and railroad
I
these
think that'd be
people.
awesome.
So that's bullshit.
They have to come out and say what happened.
Right. You're forcing them to say it. I mean, that you're better off saying it.
You think?
Yeah, you got to be upfront with everyone. You can't just be on a card and magically pull off. Imagine if O'Malley doesn't say anything. You just mount.
What a pussy.
Mount.
We would have given him all this shit.
Yeah.
What a pussy. He got scared. Suck. No, well, unfortunate.
And then what's the other thing they said? That they're going to look at people that have failed a second test unintentionally, where shit's gotten in their system, that they're looking at reducing the 4-year suspension to something reduced. Obviously, John got 15 months, which I still think was about 15 months too long.
Ah, really?
Yeah. Why are people getting suspended if they've done nothing wrong and it's a trace amount?
It's persecution, Matt.
Well, everyone gets a minimum of 6 months. It was, Romero, Tim Means, and, some of these guys are suing, and Barnett. They're all suing. I think Barnett's the one suing the company. But none of these guys should be penalized at all. If it's found that there's no fault, there should be no time. No fault, no time.
No fault, no time.
15 months.
I like it.
And then now, all the speculation, John snitched. And then Verdum doubled down on that one. Did you see that?
No, what did he say?
He said, I could have got a reduced sentence if I would have ratted out some people, but I'm not ratting out nobody's.
Because I don't know anything.
I'll boomerang your ass. I'll beat your 155-pound ass, Tony Ferguson.
Yeah.
I don't know what accent I'm talking in. It's Fabricio Verdum speak.
All of a sudden, you became like...
I don't know.
It's weird.
Oh, he likes to talk in Spanish. Hey, maricon, I kill you. I kill you and your families. Maricon.
It's like Pablo Escobar over here.
Madres.
Did you watch? What are you doing?
I gotta grab my gut or something. I'm saying this like I've been shot. Been shot.
He's lost.
Shot!
Did you see
Give
that
him
movie?
a shot!
Did you see that movie, the Tom Cruise movie? By the way, that's really good.
I was doing my Pulp Fiction. Give him a shot! It's time for some smelling
does
salts.
this look like Dead Hooker Storage? Dead Hooker? What is that?
Yeah,
what you said?
I think so.
Dead Hooker Storage. Is there a sign on my front lawn that says Dead Hooker Storage? I don't think so. Quentin Tarantino's
That's right.
Probably best role ever. He was amazing in that film. I need to rewatch that. Thank you for bringing that to my attention. Got anything else?
Well, I just want to say, the McGregor fight's coming up this next weekend, and I sure hope someone doesn't get injured and/or miss weight. And I don't like to jinx fights. I just like to throw shit out there.
Jinxing. Maybe he'll drink his own whiskey and drop dead.
You can imagine that? Like he drinks that and it's like fucking absinthe or something. He tests positive for something. Like wormwood or whatever the fuck that's in there.
Yeah.
That stuff's terrible. And then I think the last news thing, Bob Sapp fought someone, I don't know how to pronounce the guy's last name. He fucking snapped a 14-fight losing streak. And let me tell you this, from the clips I saw, I was so surprised because the fight started off typical Bob Sapp fashion. He's getting rocked and rocked early. And typically he gets punched 3 times. He goes out in a fetal position, starts sucking his thumb, and then he taps the strikes. This time he toughed it out. And then it looked like very reminiscent of Kimbo Slice versus Dada 5000, where they're both so gassed out, and Sapp's got the other guy hurt, and if he could just land one clean punch, the guy will go down. But he's so tired he can only arm punch. And the other guy's so tired, he can't do shit. So there's a point where they're both standing there looking at each other face to face like, I'm fucking tired. Are you fucking tired? I am fucking tired. Who's going to win this? Bob Sapp.
Will you knock me out already?
There's just one more. I'll go to sleep.
Yeah.
And Bob Sapp gets the win. So good for him.
Good for Bob Sapp.
You got any other news?
I'm good.
All right, let's go to some Ask the Nuts.
These nuts.
That's right. If we had a coach versus coach tournament in UFC, who would win? And I'll give you a list of fighters.
I want to guess. Okay.
List of coaches. So you could go Greg Jackson, Mike Winklejohn, Edmond, Firas Zahabi, Duke Roufus, Rafael Cordeiro, Javier Mendez, Duane Ludwig.
I was going to say, Duane Ludwig.
You think he would win?
Probably.
He's pretty light.
He's light, though.
I got my money on Zahabi.
I've never seen that
Greg
guy fight.
Jackson.
Does he fight, Zahabi?
Yeah, he's still pretty active. Like, he's in there fucking training with the guys, like grappling, striking, everything.
Okay.
And I've seen him doing rotations of like grappling where in, out, like winner stay kind of shit, and he's just rotating through. I put my money on Zahabi. I think Greg Jackson's still got some shit. He looks like he's on like the TRT right now. Like his neck looks like the Henry Rollins back in the day.
Still got the like limp thing going on?
Yeah. He had like weird toes too, remember? Yeah. He was walking around the gym. I'm like, what the hell is wrong with that guy's feet? Like, he's been
tiny.
toe fucked or something. What do you think Sage Northcutt's Twitter posts of him this week? Or is he without a shirt on? Is he under or over the 50% ratio?
Under.
You're right. He's 3 of 8 this week, 37.5%. And the winning one is it's not blue steel. Remember that look, the Zoolander?
Yeah.
I think this is like dark steel. This is dark. Sage
Ooh,
Northcutt.
he's got
Look at
that
that.
shadow going.
He's very pouty. Very pouty. Scary
Weird.
Stage.
Who takes these photos?
I don't know. This guy posts all sorts of weird shit.
Yeah. He's like whacking out, like, oh, Sage Northcutt.
That's right. Donald J. Turd, he sent us a tweet. He said there's a midget wrestling event happening Thursday, October 18th in Darien, Illinois.
No way.
At the Q Bar. So he's hoping for a mini Khabib.
Oh,
This is
he from Darien, Illinois?
I don't know.
Wait.
But ringside is $27.
Wow.
It's only 20 minutes from here.
I know what time to start.
I think it's 7 p.m.
Fuck.
on a Thursday night.
I can go. I can meet you there after class. That's not far. Class is till 9.
But I think they called it like a little people wrestling event. If you're gonna be little, you better call it midget wrestling, because there was that other event they called it midget wrestling.
Mm-hmm. They call it little people wrestling.
So I don't, whatever it was, it doesn't register. It just call it what it is.
Thanks for the call out. That's pretty awesome. Is he from Illinois?
I think so.
Ah, okay. Good for you.
And then Rodrigo Machado will close it out. It's time. # Nuts Rule. # Mad Rape Train. # Angle Sugar Daddy. # Happy 400.
Thank you, sir.
I thank you.
Good call.
Would you rather have 1 wish granted to you today or 3 wishes granted in 10 years? And P.S. You can't wish for more wishes.
I'll just take one today.
Yeah, I might be dead in 10 years.
Yeah.
What's your wish?
What is my wish?
Yeah.
That's a tough one. I would like to. I don't know.
I'm going to take all the superhero powers I want at any moment I want, so I can switch them at any time and have none of the weaknesses available to me. So if I want to be Superman for a day, I'm Superman.
I like
I want
that.
to be Green Lantern, and or Thor, and or both of them, and the Invisible Man, and Plastic Man, and Mr.
All
Fantastic,
together. Wow.
and the Thor.
The hell of a superhero.
And be everybody at once, and none of their weaknesses.
I see.
You fuck with me? I don't think so. Then I don't need money.
No.
I'm a bead
You're
money.
bad. I want to cure cancer.
Okay.
You can market that shit.
Gay!
You can market that shit. I'd be rich. Total self-serving prophecy.
Okay. I'll kill cancer. I'm fucking.
I can't think of anything good.
All right.
Yours is too good. You totally you blew it out. How am I supposed to follow that? Yeah.
Would you rather marry your worst enemy and save your mom's life, or marry the person of your dreams, but your mom turns into a drug addict?
Oh, Jesus.
Well, Mom, your drug is dick, and you're gonna be doing a lot of sucking.
Wow. Yeah, I'm gonna have to go ahead and be selfish. My mom's lived a long life. She'll be all right. I'm gonna go ahead and take option 2.
Yeah, I'm with you.
I'm sorry. Sorry, Mom.
Yeah, I ain't marrying my worst enemy.
No, me neither.
I mean, moms are old.
Yeah, they're old. That's fine. We're old.
Yeah, that's true. Would you rather have 10 days to gain 20 pounds, or have 20 days to lose 10 pounds?
Neither. The 10 days, 10 pounds thing, that's not a challenge. I can make that happen, no problem.
Fuck yeah. 10 days and 20 pounds? That sounds like fun.
Oh
I'm
my
in
God.
for that. But the problem is to get that 20 off, that's tough.
Yeah.
That's tough. All right, let's do Fuck, Marry, Kill Celebrity Edition number 17. This is Latina Edition.
My favorite part of it.
Eva Longoria.
Oh,
what's going on with
my goodness. Yeah, not too shabby. I need a little more Latin flavor.
Eva Mendez.
Okay, this is better. This is better. Nice booty.
And Penelope Cruz.
Oh, dude.
She's hiding.
Apparently,
she's on page 7.
I don't need to see the picture. I can tell you right now. That is my winner. Fuck, marry, probably kill. The rest can be gone. Not a fan of Eva Longoria. Never liked her.
I kill them all.
I would
Two
take Penelope
skinnies.
Cruz. Ooh.
They're all skinny.
What a name, Penelope. That's a long name.
It is. Maybe Mendes. She got a little flavor, but not good enough.
It's not the greatest Penelope Cruz picture. She's too skinny there.
No, Google. I don't know if you look at Google Images lately. They've completely revamped it and fucked it up. So now you don't. You used to see more pictures. Now it's like you see a picture and under it says the website.
No, I didn't check that.
Yeah, someone sued them or something. So now there's some reason that they had to change the way that all the fucking pictures are hosted. Yeah, it's all nonsense. Yeah, you can knowledge for the
One guy had to ruin it for everybody. Do I have knowledge?
That's what it always is.
Nah.
It's always a troll or a patent troll or copyright holder, you know.
Fucking guy.
Bastards.
That guy popped up on my LinkedIn recently.
Fucking cockfitter.
Fuck you!
We had issues with people
Many years ago.
many years ago.
If I ever see that guy on the street, totally gonna stare at him menacingly.
That's right. I'm gonna totally plant something on him.
Yeah. The guy's got crack! What? How do you know? Just check his
Yeah,
package.
he's got crack rocks. When he's going to the airport, I'm gonna play a little crack on that fucker.
Smell his pocket.
That's right. Knowledge. I sent that to you earlier in the week. The Red Dead Redemption 2 is coming out the end of this month, October. They said it's going to be so realistic that your horse's testicles will shrink in cold weather. And then my favorite line from that story, it says, not only will a horse's scrotum tell the story of how cold it is, but the steam rising from its shit will as well.
Wow.
Like, that's what I want in a story. And it's all about testicles, enlarging,
I was like, what?
shrinking. I hope you can punch, though.
Punch the testicles?
Yeah, like a speed bag. Was never good. Could never get that timing.
I'm not good at it.
I remember we had to do that for. Fuck test were we doing?
The Muay Thai test.
Oh, yeah, you gotta get on a fucking speed bag and I'm like a retard on this thing. I can't fucking time it.
I hit myself in the face. Yeah.
I'm good at the heavy bag, not the speed bag.
Right.
Got anything else?
I'm good.
All right, let's shut down.
That has been this week's edition of MMA Nuts. My name is Edgar Weigel.
Matt Griffith. Thanks for playing.